Hey, it's a week before Thanksgiving. This is the Thanksgiving episode of Saturdaze with Mcvay and Jay.
Yay!
Episode 15 is upon us. Here we are.
Hello.
Saturday, November 23rd, 2024. And Scott, we're in gold. And boy, oh boy, you are Golden Knight.
Pretty much, though. Yeah. I would like to show off a little bit of this outfit here. This is actually kind of a Chinese or Japanese in origin for the most part there. I use this whenever I want to cosplay as Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yep. And as you probably figured out, tonight's color is yellow or gold. And I just got on a plain polo shirt that looks a little more orange yellow, but got Scott more like Scott liquid gold. There we go.
There you go.
Lemon scent, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, it smells good.
Well, 5 days before Thanksgiving, my friend.
Yes, it
Ready?
is. Yeah.
You ready?
Oh,
for
yeah.
I bet.
You know, I usually am. I mean, at home, we always have the turkey breasts, the stuffings, and all the other trimmings, sometimes even a little ham as well. And, you know, I am ready for that right now. So there you go.
And with it being cold, at the time of this recording, it is about 40 degrees tonight here in Florida, which
and
is
same here. And it's about the same temperature here, too. So there you go. And here in Kansas.
I was talking to one of my friends in Indiana, and she already's got the first dusting of snow. So she's already sent pictures. So I was like, oh, man.
Oh,
yeah. She said she was going to send them to us, and she says, I hope all of my southern friends are staying warm. I said, I don't think we're going to be staying warm tonight if we're in the 40s. We need a couple of blankets and, a hot water bottle.
Oh, yeah.
But there you go. And, I tell you, the turkeys were 49 cents a pound in Publix this last weekend. I think they're extending the sale because a lot of people are buying them. We're only going to get a 10-pound turkey, $5.38 for the whole bird.
That's a very good price for a turkey, especially these days.
49 to 50 cents a pound. Yeah.
Yes.
This turkey was saying, I want to go home.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, a 10-pound turkey will serve. It's just me and my mom, and so we're gonna have leftovers, which we did last year, and it turned out really well.
Good to know.
So, I tell you, I like ham too myself, but if it was just me by myself and mom was here, I'd probably do turkey breast or probably go out to a dinner at maybe another restaurant or try to hook up with some friends and do it that way because you be alone on Thanksgiving, and I don't care,
In my case, it's more like the rest of the family comes to us here, myself and my parents. So there you go.
That's right.
That will easily have a good 12 plus people guaranteed to eat here, maybe even 13 or more, though. So there you go.
There you go. So it's a pretty crowded house on Thanksgiving.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly there.
Well, I don't know if we're going to entertain you tonight with Thanksgiving articles because we really didn't, this was like a last minute thing, but we're definitely going to, like I said, this will be our last show before Thanksgiving because we won't be taping during Thanksgiving week. So you won't see us until after the first weekend in December.
That's true, though.
Also have another announcement as well, too, of where we're going after this. We're going to a new streaming service.
Oh, yeah.
Over the next week. And me and Scott are going to be working on getting everything set. Well, we've already started, but we'll tell you a little bit about that more towards the end of the program. Right now, we're going to get into articles. Take it away with your first article of the day, Scott.
Okay, well, it's not Thanksgiving related, but it's an idea that could happen for when it gets to New Year's Eve, especially in one particular little town here. Let me just bring that up. Okay. Well, you'll see here that a city in Georgia is planning to blow up an old hotel to greet 2025. That's right. This is the former Ramada Plaza Hotel. It's slated for implosion here as part of the New Year's Eve festivities on December 31st, 2024. And this is the picture of it from just this past Wednesday in Macon, Georgia, and all that there as well. So that's what they're going to say. The Macon Bibb County Commission this past Tuesday, approved a plan to implode a vacant 16-story hotel at midnight on New Year's Eve. The county spent $4.5 million last year to buy the hotel in a federal bankruptcy proceeding. The city county agreed on Tuesday to hire a demolition firm to blow up the building at a cost of $2.6 million. We acquired this property to blow it up, so Macon Mayor Lester Miller telling to WMAZ television. The hotel opened back in 1970 and included guests including Elvis Presley, but it was never a financial success.
Oh, even without that.
That's true, yeah. Most notably, the New York Banking Department seized the hotel back in 1991, saying it was one asset that was part of a fraud and money laundering scheme linked to the Bank of Credit and Commerce International. Also, the bank was accused of helping Saddam Hussein hide Iraqi oil profits and backing Oliver North's arms deals with Iran.
Oh, God.
I know, crazy. I think that now we know why we're going to be blowing it up.
Well, hey, you're going to send it all up to the sky, there you go.
That's exactly right, though. And they say that it's been vacant since 2017, so there you go.
A total of almost 7 years, so probably homeless people have been hanging out there trying to keep warm.
Pretty much.
It's a waste that it's going to be imploded, but they don't say what's going to be built there, huh?
No, they do not, though. All they're just saying is, we're just going to blow it up for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, you stupid. But usually when you blow up a hotel or something to demo it, you have something ready to go in place of it. You know?
This article just didn't say a darn thing about it, though. But there you go. Maybe they're going to make it a big parking lot. I don't know.
That's some parking lot. I hope it's not going to be encampment. No, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Do some housing, maybe some apartments.
Yeah.
That right there. That's
16 apartments. There you go.
That 16-story hotel could have been great for apartment buildings,
That's true. But like I said, it's that history that's probably realizing, let's just get rid of it.
Yeah, let's just get rid of it, blow it to smithereens.
Right.
Blow me down to smithereens. Yep. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and get ready for the first of the news of the weird, the current news of the weird stuff.
Yay.
Okay. And this, of course, is Andrews McMeel syndication for the week of November 15th, 2024. Yeah, I know that was last Friday. So we're always a week behind when we're doing these.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's okay. Of course, we also have the archives coming up after Scott's second story.
That's true.
So you started off with yours, and I'll start off with this one here. This is Creme de la Weird, Scott.
Okay.
Oh, boy. November 7th, the South China Morning Post reported an uproar following a social media post depicting a small child urinating on a table full of food.
Wow.
The baby's mother captured the moment on video when her child sprayed the breakfast table with urine. They then proudly revealed that the family had continued to eat the food.
What? Damn.
Beijing mom commented that they rarely put a disposable diaper on him, and we do not cover it because it is better not to interrupt the child while he is urinating. Oh, Christ.
Oh, good grief.
I don't know
if I would be scared if what would have happened if the kid decided to defecate on the food instead. Oh, God.
Or do a number two for that matter.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
A number two, but liquefy it.
Yeah. That's scary, isn't it?
Mess with me. I'm a kid, man. I got a beaker full of urine that's got to come out.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I got a recurring theme that's on for you here. Ready?
Yep.
On November 8th, the police in Los Angeles arrested a man who apparently had been living in the crawl space beneath a 92-year-old woman's home.
Oh,
The New York Times reported this. She had heard unusual noises from inside her house and assumed they were animals. But when family members heard knocking, they called the police. When officers arrived, the alleged squatter, who was named Isaac Betancourt, age 27, who was naked, would not come out from under the home. Betancourt had to be forced out with gas. He was released after his arrest for trespassing. The homeowner's son-in-law, Ricardo Silva, said the entrances to the crawl space would be secured. It's probably not uncommon, Silva said. In this day of age, people are looking for shelter.
And they'll do anything and everything in their power to get warm. And
yeah,
well, they have it. A crawl space just might be the thing that the homeless people will be looking for next.
I didn't say that, but there you go.
All right, time for the aristocrats.
Uh-oh.
Auction house Riemann Dancy in Colchester, England, announced that a slice of wedding cake from the marriage of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip has been purchased for $2,831, the United Press International reported. The little slice of history, part of a 500-pound cake served at the November 20th, 1947 wedding. Wow.
Has
been given as a gift to Marion Polson, a housekeeper at Holyrood House in Edinburgh, Scotland, if I'm pronouncing that right. Holyrood.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. It was preserved in a box bearing the then princess's insignia and included a letter from the bride. No word on how it tasted.
Yeah. And trust me, I do not want to touch 70-something-year-old cake. So if you don't mind.
Probably stale as a rock,
Yeah, pretty much. I got a little story of whoops. Yep. I've heard about this story. You're going to love it. Mattel is scrambling after releasing the new line of Wicked dolls in packaging that included a link not to the upcoming movie's official page, but to a porn website.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yes, this was reported by United Press International.
Yes.
I love this. The company said in a statement, "We deeply regret this unfortunate error. It is very unclear how many dolls carried the misprint, but the company said they were mostly sold in the United States. Mattel helpfully advises people who have purchased products with the misprint to dispose of the boxes."
I wonder what porn site did it send it to?
Actually, I know. I've heard about this story. So instead, it's supposed to have gone wickedmovie.com. Nope, but it went to the Wicked site, which has actually been very well established in the porn industry for many years, though. Yeah.
Surprised it wasn't Pornhub,
No, not quite, but no, there you go.
Well, here's an awesome for you. Aaron Fowler, a surfer in Denmark, Western Australia, was riding the waves on November 1st when he spotted an unusual bird. The Albany Advertiser reported, "There was this big bird in the water, and it just stood up and waddled right over to us," he said. The emperor penguin.
Wow.
Had swum thousands of kilometers from Antarctica and was malnourished.
Wow.
It was given into the care of the University of Western Australia's School of Biological Sciences, where its rehabilitation is expected to last a few weeks.
Nice.
One expert there said the penguins are never observed north of the 60th parallel south. It's kind of funny, Fowler said. Like, as he came out of the water, he went to do a tummy slide, like I guess he's used to on the ice, and he just did a kind of face plant in the sand and looked a bit shocked.
Wow.
Emperor penguins, usually you only see them in, penguin encounters. You never see them outside of their habitat. Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling. I think that one just got caught up in a lot of currents, but there you go.
Exactly.
Now this one's going to say what?
What? Yep.
Okay. Well, here we go. A semi-professional paranormal investigator, Johnny Turnip, yeah, love that name, of Abergavenny, Wales, has weighed in on the recent American election. The Abergavenny Chronicle reported back on November 11th. "Trump isn't the real enemy. Leprechauns are," he said. "They've been using world leaders and royalty as puppets and distractions from their own diabolical schemes for generations. I don't think either Donald Trump or Kamala Harris was ever aware that they were being used by these corrupt, gold-hungry, shamrock and stovepipe-wearing, alcoholic little pygmies." And Turnip went on saying, "Oh boy." Most people don't think leprechauns are real, and neither did I until a wise man told me that I'd have a hard time finding a mermaid in this day and age because the leprechauns have systematically slaughtered most of them for their scales centuries ago.
Wow.
Unsurprisingly, turnips had much more to say that we can include here. Consider yourselves warned.
With a guy with a name like Turnip, it has to be good, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would not want to be named after a vegetable like that.
That's true. Yeah,
I mean,
especially there you go.
turnip. Oh, yeah. That's like Johnny Appleseed, you know?
Yeah, kind of. But he also had some crazy ideas too. There you go.
If he thinks that leprechauns are going to rule the world, man, those are maybe the aliens we were thinking about a long time ago coming
You're
down.
probably right. You're probably right.
Yeah, that's what they call the weekend the weekender. What was that? The world news, the weekend world, the weekly world, the weird
Weekly World News. Yeah,
yeah, they always talked about the aliens, you know.
among other things. Yeah.
That's right. Well, here's an undignified death. The Marion County, Indiana coroner identified a man found deceased on November 11th as Derek Sink, 39 years of age. People magazine reported this. What the People magazine?
Why is people
Another tabloid, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Sink was discovered in a tanning bed at a Planet Fitness location where he had arrived on Friday, November 8th.
Dang.
Now, his family had not heard from him since Friday and reported him missing on Sunday. Sink, who had battled addiction, was wearing an ankle monitor, so his probation officer was able to see his last location. Sink's mother, Karen Wetzel, said a syringe was found in the room with him, and she suspects he overdosed. She called her son the kindest person with the softest heart. Now, I know about those tanning beds in Planet Fitness, but I never use them. But they look like chambers. I mean, you can actually stand upright in them instead of being flat, horizontal. They have vertical ones. So maybe, just maybe, he went in that vertical chamber.
Yeah, it sounds like what he did was he used the syringe, shot himself up there, tried to lay into the thing. Unfortunately, never woke up.
And it probably sizzled his body because, you know, those things, unless you put a towel on, you know, they're really going to do damage to your skin.
No kidding. There you go.
All right, it's time for the passing parade. Ooh, boy.
This is going to be fun. Back on November 6th, Muhammad Abdullah Al-Abalan, age 27, age 27 of Pennsylvania, received a lap dance inside the Rain nightclub in Clearwater, Florida, but refused to pay the $40 service fee.
Cheapskate.
This was reported by the Smoking Gun.
Yep.
When Al-Abalan tried to leave the club, a deputy stepped in and charged him with misdemeanor theft. He was released from jail after paying, get this, a $40 bond. The George ordered him to stay away from the nightclub.
Now, I've been to Clearwater on some occasions, but I never been to that nightclub, and I don't think I'd want to go in there after knowing that they have undercover deputies in there.
And what's even worse, he paid the $40 fee anyway.
Yep. So really, all that for a wasted lap dance.
Pretty much, pretty much.
It's time for the least competent criminals, Scott. Oh, boy.
Yay.
4 Californians were arrested for insurance fraud on November 13th for an incident that took place in January. NBC News reported. 26-year-old Ruben Tamarazian, 39-year-old Ararat Cherkanian.
Yeah.
32-year-old Vahe Merkadakian. Wow. And 39-year-old Alafia Zuckerman. Alfia Zuckerman. Yeah. They filed insurance claims on 3 Mercedes cars, complete with video, which they said had been damaged by a bear.
Okay.
January 8th, alleged attack took place while the cars were parked at Lake Arrowhead, north of Los Angeles.
Right.
The investigation determined the bear was actually a person in a bear costume. The insurance department said the bear costume, paws, and metal hand tools that simulate claws were found in the suspect's home, officials said. Investigators said they had shown the video to a biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife who opined it was clearly a human in a bear suit.
Yeah.
Opinioned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Well, one more for this group here. You're gonna love this. This is on some animal antics.
Yep.
Residents of Mablethorpe in Lincolnshire, England, seem conflicted about the badgers that are causing problems in their burg.
Mm.
The Daily Star reported back on November 13th that the burrowing animals had caused roads and sidewalks to collapse, which has resulted in construction projects and delays everywhere.
Mm.
But the locals are reticent about eliminating them. I don't want anything up toward to happen to them, but I'm a believer that they've got to be controlled in certain areas, said resident Des Barnett. Natural England has warned road workers that their projects must be complete by the end of November when badger mating season begins, or be put off until July of 2025.
Man, they're going to be working overtime for a little while just to get
Yeah,
that done
and
by the
all
end
this,
of November. I mean, shucks, by the time this is taping, they will have like 6 days left to finish the job.
pretty much, yeah. What's even worse? Now I've got that song stuck in my head. You know, badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. It's snake, snake. I got that one stuck in my head. Go figure.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and there you have it, friends. News of the Weird by those syndicators at Andrews McNeil Syndication for uexpress.com. Yes.
Mhm.
And while I get the next article.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to set up my other article. Just be safe here. Okay, I think I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Well, I got my other story ready to go if you're interested for this one. You're ready?
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you.
All right.
That's
Well, it said there's an overturned truck that covers an Arizona road with thousands of White Claw cans. Yep. I'm going to show you a little bit of the here.
Hundreds, maybe thousands of cans of alcoholic seltzer White Claw just spread all across a highway here in the valley. Rural Metro Fire says a truck carrying those cans just tipped right over near the Loop 303 and Northern Parkway in the West Valley. Thankfully, no one was injured, but wow, they got quite the cleanup there.
Party foul, my goodness.
Party foul.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they call a party foul.
Party foul.
Yeah, so that's what they're saying basically here. Just rolled over. There's thousands of empty cans littering the freeway there. It is supposedly hauling these empty cans to a recycling center when it overturned, however. Thankfully, no one was injured in the incident, but an investigation into what caused the truck to lose control is underway. There you go.
Wow.
Yep. So there you go.
There it is. All right. Well, now it's time to bring up the News of the Weird archives from September 1st, 1996. We finished August. Now we go to September with even more weird stories, and boy, they get juicier every week.
And how?
Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead here with the roid rage. Roid rage, not road rage, roid rage. In July, police in Brooklyn, New York, accused 47-year-old Gail Murphy, bedridden on her stomach while recovering from hemorrhoid surgery, of shooting her husband to death because he had gone on a 6-hour fishing trip, said a police investigator. She felt that her husband didn't demonstrate that he cared for her on that particular day. Oh, boy, don't leave your wife when you really don't know that she's recouping from hemorrhoid surgery,
Exactly. There you go.
Or you might get preparation H'd.
Yeah. And more than that.
Right.
Hillsborough County, Florida Sheriff's deputy charged that Jeffrey Allen McLeod, who was at the time age 29, with robbing a Chevron gas station back in August, then fleeing. He was caught after a brief chase when his car ran out of gas. Said a sheriff's spokesman, when you're going to rob a gas station, you're supposed to fill up the tank before you rob the clerk.
Yeah, you better have your getaway car ready to go because at that time, that should be at least competent criminal.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, during a Tirana, Albania divorce hearing in July, in which a man was contending that his wife beat him regularly over the course of their 2-year union. Wow. The wife suddenly leaped at the man and beat him unconscious before she was restrained.
Yeah.
Quickly granted the divorce. He's like, I've seen enough. That's it.
Yeah.
Divorce.
He beats me up all the time. No, I don't. Wham, wham, wham. Yep.
Not before I get my ass beating on you, you piece of garbage.
No, exactly. Well, in August of 96, Cleveland, Ohio Judge Shirley Strickland Staffold, who was age 45 at the time, attempting to counsel defendant Katie Nemeth to get her life together, recommended in court that she should get a better boyfriend than the one she currently had. Men are easy. You can go sit on in the bus stop, put on a short skirt, cross your legs, and pick up 25. 10 of them will give you their money.
Yeah.
If you don't pick up the first 10, then all you do is open your legs a little bit more and cross them in from the bottom.
I could not picture that for the love of God. Could I not picture
And
it?
the fact that it's a female judge giving this advice to a woman. Does
that spell relief?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Well, in June, the California Appeals Court ruled against defendant Thomas Keister, who had been charged with attempted lewd acts against 2 underage girls in San Bernardino County.
Ooh.
The court made the ruling, even though the victims and the defendant do not exist.
What?
The victims were fictional, part of a police sting to entice pedophiles, and Mr. Keister died last year.
Wow. So,
I mean, it was just a hoax, you know? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know. I can understand the police thing, but why keep charging a guy who's already dead? I don't understand that.
Hey, man, do you not realize that they got dead people as voted? They counted those votes of dead people 4 years ago.
Yeah, sure, that's true.
Right? I mean, how many people died or get their dog to vote and they send mail to their dog, you know?
That's why my state does a ID check. There you go.
Same here.
All right. Well, Detroit lawyer Leonard Jacques, who at the time was age 68, was fined $11,000 for a May courtroom outburst in which he verbally abused an opposing lawyer, then yanked his hair and threw him to the floor. In a widely reported courtroom outburst in 1983 in Cleveland, Ohio, Jacques achieved notoriety by giving a federal judge the excuse for missing a court day that he had, quote, screaming itches in the crotch. Apparently, Mr. Jacques has been not exactly the best lawyer in the world if he's resulted in violence. So.
You know why? That's why they call him Mr. Leonard Jock Itch. Oh! It's got to be. Actually, it's JQ's. It could be Jake's or it could be JQ's, depending on how you pronounce it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep. In July, Rhode Island Workers' Compensation Court Judge Deborah Olson awarded convicted murderer Antonio Cucinato $18,500 in benefits. Cucinato, former mafioso serving 60 years at an undisclosed prison as part of the Federal Witness Protection Program, injured his head at a construction site in 1988, but was improperly cut off from benefits on the date of his arrest in 1994 rather than on the date of his conviction in 1995.
Okay. So
I mean, how many years before this guy actually gets the benefits, and it takes 1996 to get it?
Yeah, pretty much. That tells you something right there.
Uh-huh.
Well, here's something here. This could have actually happened even this way here. X-rated film actress Nina Hartley, still living and still looking freaking gorgeous.
Probably.
These days. Yeah, she still looks great these times. She was told in a June news conference in Sacramento, California, that her films serve an important need, promoting romance by warming up the viewers. It's no different than Hamburger Helper. By the way, yes, we've seen pictures of her even these days. She still looks damn good. I'm not going to lie.
Is that cheeseburger macaroni or beef stroganoff?
Depends on the flavor.
Right, yeah. Could be tuna helper too, you know?
That's true. There we go.
Yep. Self-described fishing fanatic. I don't know if there's any fishing people out there. Tom Getherall of East Mauritius, Long Island, telling a New York Daily News reporter the day after the crash of TWA Flight 800. I felt bad when I heard about the wreck, real bad. But to be honest with you, the first thing I wondered was how it would affect the fishing.
Yeah, let's just say
This guy only cared about damn
yeah.
fishing. Yeah, well,
He's a fishing fanatic. What do you get?
fishing fanatic. He's self-described. Yes.
Okay. John P. Royster, age 47 at the time, serving a life sentence for murder, waxing nostalgic to a New York Times reporter in June about the joyous childhood of his son, John J. Royster, who was at the time age 22, who had just been charged with the vicious killing of a New York City dry cleaner. He's a chip off the old block, he said.
And I wonder if these people are still alive today.
I wonder.
Maybe John J. Royster is, because he was only 22 at the time in '96.
That's true. That's true.
Yep. Okay, Canadian Food Inspector Pamela Morgan warning the public in March after the death of a British Columbia man. We caution the public not to eat seafood that glows in the dark.
Whoops.
Some bacteria in raw seafood are indeed luminescent, she said.
Yikes.
I saw a couple of barnacles that day, and I was really impressed. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Well, football star Deion Sanders was arrested for trespassing at a fishing hole near Fort Myers, Florida back in June. The only defense I've had is that I'm sorry, but they were biting.
Yeah.
I wonder if the fishing fanatic from New York wanted to know about Deion Sanders' little excursion.
Yeah, well, that's what he was doing on his off time when he's not playing football.
Right, it was, yeah. Yeah.
In June, a heavily suntan-oiled 19-year-old man fell 10 stories to his death while climbing from balcony to balcony on a beachfront condominium in Panama City Beach, Florida. 2 weeks later, in Barnstable, Massachusetts, an 18-year-old man fell to his death while car surfing standing atop a moving car. And also in June, at least 15 people dancing on the roofs of 2 buses en route to an election rally near Dhaka, Bangladesh, were killed when the buses passed underneath high-voltage wires. What a way to die, man. Just die on high-voltage wire.
Yeah, all of those. That's the way to die.
You can see the art. You can see the headlines. Shocking death of high-voltage wires, cause of death,
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's a little bit of some more Italian justice, they say.
Yep.
In August, Germano Macari, freshly convicted of the 1978 murder of former Italian Prime Minister Aldo Moro, was released from jail pending his appeal, as is customary under Italian law. In March that year, the man who murdered an American during the Achille Lauro hijacking failed to return to his Italian prison following a 12-day furlough for good behavior. Last year, then, the Washington Post reported that members of a traveling prisoners theatrical group in Italy used their performance disguises and bank robberies they pulled off while they were free between shows. And last year, a gang of AIDS-stricken bank robbers were released to pull off more jobs because Italian law forbids imprisoning people with AIDS. That's a lot of it, Italian justice.
There you go. And there you have it. The archives of the News of the Weird from September 1st, 1996. When we come back on the episode 16, we'll go to September 8th, 1996. Yep. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Heavy stuff, man. Heavy stuff.
Very crazy.
Anything else we have?
I don't think I have anything else, but I can do a quick look around here. But why don't you go ahead and bring up something else while we're doing that then, okay?
Okay, I think what we can definitely look into is, let's see. Let's see what I have. Yeah, we're sometimes we're not prepared for these things.
That's true.
So bear with us, folks. That's why we always record these situational.
Let's see. I think I found something here. Here's a good one. I think I just found something here. Let me go ahead and bring it up here for us.
Okay, you go ahead and bring it up. That's fine.
Take me a second. Right window. There we go. This is a nice little fun story. An overdue book had been returned to the Tennessee Library after 51 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, a former patron of a Pennsylvania library returned a book recently that had been due back 51 years earlier. The book was called Lombardi, Winning is the Only Thing, which was edited by Jerry Kramer, was due back in July 26, 1973, and returned to the Benson Memorial Library in Titusville, Tennessee, 51 years later. While we went overdue fine free in 2021, this kind patron calculated the amount the fine would have been, added interest, and then donated that to the library. The library said on social media. Jessica Hilburn, the library's executive director, said the book will not be returned to circulation. Instead, it will go on display in the faculty's office. It's been so nice to share his love of the library, Hilburn told the Erie Times News of the patron who returned the tome. Even 51 years after he last checked out his last book, he remembers the library and appreciates the services we provide. Kind of neat if you think about it. There you go.
Let's see. All right, let's see. Okay. This is you've ever been on Quora before, right?
Quora? Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah. All right. Well, they have some of the most interesting things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the Quora. Oh, I didn't know how to pronounce it. That's it. Okay, Quora. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. Okay. Now let's go back and look here. Okay. Let's pull this up real quick because then we'll go to our 33 weirdest stuff.
Or more than 33 by now.
Quora. So that's how it's pronounced. Okay. I didn't know. I thought it was Quora.
Yeah.
Quora. Okay. They asked the question of what is the weirdest thing people have ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Jean-Marie Valhuer, this was back in February, she said, probably convincing others that this is a good look. It isn't your lips like a baboon's ate.
Oh, good Lord.
Swelling to indicate it's ready for mating. I've never in my whole life met a single person, male or female, who appreciates this aesthetic, and yet I keep seeing it with increasing frequency.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Quack, quack. Ducky face.
Could you say she had too much Botox in the lips?
Yeah, pretty much there.
Way too much. Oh my God. Yeah, this weird bimbo style, the heavy makeup, the facial fillers, and those god-awful inflated lips. Shudder. It's horrific. So painful on the eyes that it makes one question the existence of the God who supposedly made our species in his image. The fake lashes don't help either. I mean, why bother changing yourself in a way that isn't genuine? I get going to the gym, working out, or getting a tan. All those yield tangible results. But why alter yourself in ways that a single shower or a missed injection could erase?
Yikes.
Oh, my God.
That is a little too fake.
Oh, brother. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. This one from Romani Rose answered the same question. My parents' neighbors couldn't say no to stray animals, and at one point they had 7 assorted cats, plus snakes, rats, mice, birds, and rabbits. They also had an iguana who lived at the top of the stairs. They had 3 dogs who didn't get along with each other. So one was in the living room, one was in the kitchen and toilet area, and the third one was in a lean-to kennel outside the back door. Because of this, they couldn't access their back door as if they needed to go out into the garden. They had to climb out of the living room window. They used to have a small wooden stool inside and outside the window to make it easier. It was hilarious to see the landlord emerging the same way when he came around to do a property inspection. My poor dad laughed for weeks over it.
Oh, Jesus. So, Sue Q. What a post. Michigander in Texas. What's the weirdest thing you have seen someone do like it is completely normal? The office manager where I once worked was an efficient, all business, no nonsense lady who was past normal retirement age. She looked the part of the kindly grandmother and lived on the family farm with her sister Alma. They had a lot of cats, a lot. Layla, Lila, the office manager, was talking about how Snowball died in the night. Apparently, she was stretched out full length on the steps and in full rigor. Now, this is an important detail. Lila mentioned she had to put Snowball with Fluffy and the others who had died because she and her sister couldn't decide where to bury them. Oh, Christ. It turns out that they had a chest freezer, and when a cat would die, they would put it in the trash bag and chuck it in the freezer.
Oh, no.
Oh, now we know why the Chinese eat the cat,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
At this point in her story, I had one of those fake smiles you get when you don't know what else to do, and the brain is saying, What? And she did mention that she was running late to leave for work, so she had to break Snowball's legs so she would fit in the bag, and so the bag would fit into the chest freezer. All this with a straight face and a matter-of-fact tone as if it was the most normal thing in the world. And this led to 2 running jokes. Don't eat the meatballs she brings to the potluck lunches, and she'd probably shop for a new freezer when Alma died.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yikes.
There we go. Okay.
You got another one here.
Yeah.
Rachel Y said this one. Oh, boy. I was invited to eat with a large group of people. It was Friday night dinner, and the group was a lively bunch. The food was good. I had been seated near the hostess, who had been both talkative and entertaining. She talked at length about her husband and children. To her credit, when things spilled or failed, she didn't bat an eye. She seemed like she had it all together. And then, mid-sentence, she pulls down her head scarf right over her face. A full beat passes before she pushed the scarf back up. I swear for a moment I thought she was going to play peekaboo with me. I looked around to see if anyone else noticed, but no one returned my gaze, and I went back to the hostess. Before I could say a word, she said she did it again. Headscarf covers the face. She waits a beat or two, and then returns to the conversation. Hey! Yeah. There was a little bit more. Oh, wait, there was a little bit more. Go back up.
Oh.
There was another thing here. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing in hindsight that this was some kind of weird coping mechanism. I was caught so off guard that each time the scarf came down, this continued all night long, that my head had that little voice that kept saying, peekaboo!
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I knew it was going to come up eventually.
Yeah, pretty much.
Talk about a flirtatious,
Probably, yeah.
Now, Nia Patel was asked this question, what's the weirdest thing you did recently? And she said, I installed Telegram recently. Oh, God. And received 20 random texts just in 2 days.
Wow.
Everyone asking to be my friend. My fault. I had a profile with a girl's name and a DP.
Oh, dear.
Today I deleted the Telegram as it turned out to be no use to me. But I was tired of hi, how are you messages. One of them was constantly asking me to be his bestie. Just give me a chance. If you don't like me, I'll leave. I'm not like others. I have had enough. So after venting out my frustration, I just told him that this was a fake profile and I was a boy. Oh, jeez. I cooked up things further. I told him that I was a lonely boy who didn't have any friends, and ever since I made a girl's profile, I received hell of a lots of texts. But since you are so much insisting for friendship, I'm ready to be your friend. Me, you're not angry, bro, are you? No, it's okay. Okay, then, friends. He didn't reply for some time, then asked me to send a photo, though I wasn't prepared for that instant that I instantly Googled Capri Boys pics and sent him the cringiest picture I could find.
Good Lord. Now that's cringy.
That looks like Foghorn Leghorn's brother.
Pretty much. Or a douchey version.
Oh my God. And
that's all we can look about that. But that was the free try to Cora. But there you go.
Oh, well, that one was, yeah. Oh my God.
And then that's something about some kind of hanging off a bridge. But that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Side chick hiding outside a balcony escaped a sugar daddy's wife for having sex with her husband. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, on this day. That was back in 2023. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. The side chick takes me concealer out of the thing. Man's wife gone back home without telling him she was there. Scantily dressed side chick leapt over the balcony and hid on the ledge on the wall to avoid being seen by the woman. Neighbors observed the perplexing scene. The guy could be seen arguing with his wife on the balcony. Go through my comments and watch the video, apparently, is what it said. So there you go.
I think we'll do one more because we're coming close.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Aika Koho. Yeah, I guess that's how you pronounce her name. Was asked the question, what was the weirdest thing you've seen someone do that you're sure no one else has ever done?
Okay.
Years ago, I was in a rock festival here in Finland with a buddy of mine, and we ended up with a group of friends in an alcohol serving area.
Ooh.
There was a bunch of his other friends to wait the main performer, Scorpions, to start their show. And there was in the group this one guy who was studying theology, now a pastor, dressed up in women's swimming suit and
What?
nothing else.
Oh, geez.
Furthermore, he does not have another arm, just prosthetic.
Oh, God.
When the band started playing, that guy climbed up on the table, removed his prosthetic arm, and started to wave it in the rhythm of the music. It is impossible to describe how other people in the area tried to take in the sight. Top that.
That is interesting. First of all, women's swimsuit and his prosthetic arm. Oh, God, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I hope it was only a one piece and not a bikini.
I guess. All right. Well, now it's time to get to the rest of our 33 plus weird stuff that you can buy. You can't,
Pretty much buy,
you can actually buy, but probably shouldn't. And we're going to pull that up because there's more than 33. We're up to now 53 on the list.
Yeah, I think we are right, though. So let's see what we got this time around.
Wow, that was the one we looked at.
That was last week here. So we finished off with this one from last week. Ready?
Yep. It's the finger dancing machine.
Ooh. All right. Lazy dancer wannabes of the world, your time has come. Stretch those fingers and get ready for some DDR for your hands. This finger dance machine captures all the magic of the arcade classic on a much, much smaller scale. There are lots of levels, songs, and complexities, so dance your hands off. Retail value, $42.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually is a base where you plug in your smartphone for that. So there you go.
Yeah, I wonder if it works on batteries or does it have a one of those universal charge universal?
There is. Well, it looks like there's a cable coming out of the back, so maybe you can plug it in the wall.
Plug it in, yeah. Because I don't think it would last that long on batteries.
Well, here's something I think here: a chicken harness and leash.
Yeah, your chicken needs frequent walks to keep her happy and healthy. Any responsible chicken owner should have a harness and a leash. In fact, if you don't buy this right now, we'll be reporting you to Animal Services. Retail price $14.99. Oh my god!
I think it's kind of cute. It's got a bow tie on it.
I don't know what happens after you finish walking the chicken, because doesn't a chicken walk on its own?
Sometimes, but then again, it's a good way of just wandering around. There you go.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Next up is the adoptable Bigfoot.
Okay. Even if you've never seen him in real life, you can adopt him, your very own Bigfoot. His mini me has been captured in this cute little 2-inch by 2-inch by 2.5-inch jar. He's got a little grass to live on and even comes with an adoption certificate. $24.95.
Yeah. For all you Yeti fans out there,
Yeah, give me Sasquatch love. There you go, man.
I just what I always wanted of my very own bunny rabbit. I will hug him and squeeze him and name him George, and I will cuddle him and stroke his little head. And I know, bunny rabbit.
There we go.
With George.
Oh, ramen noodle soup blanket.
Yeah, when you're cold and need to feel warm, what do you turn to? Soup. Now you can eat soup and wrap yourself in soup all at the same time. This fleece blanket is soft, spicy comfort in a 50 by 40 size. Retail price $24.99. It
Well, at
looks
least you got the
just
logo
so
right.
good enough to eat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
God.
Oh God, that soup actually looks good. Now I've been to a good ramen noodle shop here when I went to Wichita about over a month and a ago, and I was very pleased with it there. So that actually looks tasty and impressive, though. There you go.
There is a new noodle bar called Jinya over in my area, and I have yet to try it, but I have picked up for other, for DoorDash and Uber Eats. And I must say, it gets pretty crowded in there for lunchtime. I was talking to a guy who just had finished, and I said, "What do you usually order?" He says, "Usually I order the big bowl, but do you order it spicy? Nah, about medium.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you can't taste anything."
That's true, though. I
All
like
right.
what I had. I had a good one with pork last time I was there, but there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
All
let's
right.
see what else we got here. A hands-free umbrella.
Yeah, in this day and age, you need both hands to hold your coffee and operate your phone. So, where does that leave your umbrella? Easy. Just put it on your head. This regular sized umbrella fits securely to your noggin to keep you and your phone screen water free. Retail price $9.99.
There you go.
But you know what would be the funniest thing?
Mm-hmm.
If there was a big wind and it just dragged them across the freaking concrete.
Yeah, drag you along with it.
And then his umbrella went, whoop,
Pretty much, yeah.
That's why I hate umbrellas, man. So why would you want to,
I don't know.
unless these umbrellas are that safe and secure to your head, what if the darn thing flies off in a severe storm,
Yeah, probably not so effective here in the high winds we have here in Kansas, but there you go.
That's right. Okay, now we have a spring-loaded bomb.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this one. Naughty or nice? Add a little spice to your favorite person's next celebration with a spring-loaded glitter bomb filled with 4.5 ounces of shiny sparkles. Choose from a rainbow of colors or rainbow color and introduce them to the joy of finding glitter everywhere for the next million years. $28.99.
Yeah. I mean, that thing looks like a bunch of grass just fell on her head.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what to think about that one, Scott. That's freaky.
I think usually they use glitter bombs to for traps, just to get some to capture someone who could be a would-be thief or just ruin their day. Though I've seen those before.
I think the Joker would be happy with that one. Hello, Mrs. Joker.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And we got
you want another bath bomb? Here's a pizza bath bomb.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, you go ahead.
I was going to say, this is yours anyway. There you go.
Oh, when the pizza's on a bath bomb, you can have pizza anytime. That's right, folks. You're not on LSD.
Smoke weed every day.
This is, in fact, a pizza bath bomb that explodes in rainbow coloring. What a time to be alive. Retail price, $8. $8 for a pizza bath bomb.
Yeah, it's not a bad looking bath bomb either, though. I think it looks
but man, who can waste a good slice of pizza, even if it's a bath bomb? I could not see myself dropping that in there.
Well, as you can see, it's just a fake pizza.
Yeah,
anyway,
I know, but it looks just.
It looks good, though. I'll say that.
Tasty, yeah, definitely. All right, we got one more thing here, and that's the reversible, terrifying fish.
The more you look at this absolutely horrifying fish, the cuter he gets. He can be pink or he can be blue. But whichever the way the awkward angler is flipped, he's sure to entertain you. $50.
Scott, he is not worth $50 less. He's made of paper mache. Jesus.
Yeah, that is actually it's fabric, but still,
Oh my
it's
God.
the way it looks. It just looks paper mache like, but there you go.
I mean, if it was 2 for $25, that would probably be a better deal than just $50 for each one.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. That's crazy. But we left off at 60, so we'll pick up at 61 in 2 weeks.
Yay.
Yay. And that's all she wrote. Thank God. Wow. So if you're thinking about some Christmas gifts, and you see some of these things, they are available for purchase on certain sites. You just got to go do the research on them. But we hope that your Christmas will be a little bit more merry and brighter, and we'll be getting even more weirder towards Christmas time with our episodes.
Of
I
course.
hope.
Yeah, I hope too.
I hope. I'm wondering the next. I happened to, before we went on the air, I happened to see a Foghorn Leghorn cartoon where the dog, of course, chases him around, but there was a fox up loose, right?
Right.
Fox, posing as the game show host, puts him in the booth and says, "Now here's our next contestant, ready for a chance at $64 million. And here's your question: what poem has red and blue in it when you say it? Hit your buzzer when you know the answer." I said, "Roses are red." Beep. The dynamite goes up in the dog's mouth, and violets are blue. Yep.
Okay, well, if you do not mind, as we are taping, I need to get heading out to another thing. So let's go ahead and just wrap up the show, okay?
Sounds like a good plan. We'll see you. Have a good Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Till then, good night from Saturdaze with McVay and Jay. Bye.
And don't get overstuffed this week, okay?
That's for sure. Yeah, definitely.